Hi, I'm Delaney Harp, and this is my narrated PowerPoint. The main assistive technologies that I know are assistive fonts, as well as text-to-voice readers, but there are a lot others, as well as a lot of other modifications that you can make on technology posted. Things such as enlarged text, color. There are just so many options and modifications. My main experience has been leading several art workshops, mainly on campus through Art Day or Art Ed Day, as well as a few nonprofits. And then I was the Clay Club president for quite a few years, and we do hold workshops, which I also led for there. My main hobbies are artistic things, as stereotypical as that is, mainly weaving or ceramic, as well as watching movies. I really do love really beautiful movies, and I do try to cook every once in a while, but I'm not very good at it, and so it's mainly just for fun, not for anything good. I think that integrating technology in the classroom is very important, and I think it has to be done in a variety of ways that feel very natural to the classroom. I get more into this whenever we're talking about my lesson plan. And then I think, again, the main thing that I want to have emphasis on with technology is that I want my classroom to be very streamlined so the students know what is expected of them, what they're learning, and can be really mindful about that. So I think that technology can really help with that, but I think it can also hurt as well, just like anything else. And so I really want to focus on technology that can help my students. I also want it to be current and up to date. The example that I used was teaching me how to use a floppy disk. I don't know how to use a floppy disk. I've never seen a floppy disk. So teaching me how to use one probably would not be beneficial to me or my everyday life. And I think it also needs to be relevant to the age group. Like, I'm not going to teach a group of seniors how to type, but I'm also not going to expect an 8-page research paper out of a group of 4th graders. My favorite theories are constructivism and okay, so this kind of switched between two different names, but it's socialist or situativity. This is a branch of constructivism. So with constructivism, people connect and learn through their own experience. This mainly relies on prior knowledge. They connect their learning based on things that they've already learned. So you can't learn something without having a history. And then situativity relates to it by people learn from people, which I think is really, really important because I know that the environment of a classroom can completely change how I learn. And I think this is really important to consider as becoming a teacher, as the person who would be setting up that classroom and that environment. My favorite teaching methods are KWL. I've loved KWL since I learned about it. I think it's a really great way to encourage mindful learning, which is something that I'm very for. I really like to encourage students to really think about what they're learning, why they're learning it, how it affects them. And I think this also flows into graphic organizers, as by teaching students how to actually plan out what they want to do, it encourages them to think about what they want to do and why they want to do that. And I think that that's something that I would love to incorporate in classrooms. So technology allows for school to feel more like a community by connecting online. I know that social media is a touchy subject right now, but I think by using social media, schools are allowed to connect to parents, to grandparents, to people in their community. And I think that this really helps the students feel like they're not just stuck in a learning environment or a bubble. I think it allows them to extend their learning outside of the school. And so reflections, e-portfolios are a great tool that I think students would be able to reference for years and really see their improvement, see how far they've come. It also is great for collaboration. I know that I've used Google Docs multiple times, like through college, through high school. It didn't exist whenever I was in junior high, but I think even then it would have been a great tool. And then I have already talked about the community. So, lesson plans. I would integrate technology in ways that feel supernatural to the classroom. One specific way would be bell ringers being displayed on PowerPoint so that this kind of establishes the routine. Like, students can come in, look at the get set up, put their stuff away, get out their sketchbook, and then look on the PowerPoint to reference what they're expected to do for their bell ringer. And then students will need to research artists if they have a reference artist or if we ever have a unit on a specific type of art. And then they would also be expected to maintain an e-portfolio. Ideally, art classrooms. I would be dealing with these students for many years, and I think that this would be a great way for a student who came in as a sixth grader to then be able to look back at multiple years of their work from sixth to eighth grade, and then they could continue it after they had school with me. And then those are my references. I got this template from slidescarnival.com. I got the photographs from that place. I really love that book. It's Learning as a Generative Activity. It's a really great book, would recommend. And then that's also a really great study that I enjoyed. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a good night.